Let us begin with the class. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Sairam? We are discussing planning, and we have already discussed the meaning of planning. It's a process of deciding in advance what is to be done in future. In planning process, we decide what is to be done, how it is to be done, when it is to be done, or by whom it is to be done. It's a process of setting the objectives or goals. It's also a process of seeing or peeping into the future and setting the future course of actions. Okay. Then we discuss features of planning. Then first feature we discuss it focuses on achieving the objectives or goals. If there is no objective to be achieved, then we don't need any plan. Second feature we discuss it's a primary function of management. So all other activities of management begins after the planning. So planning is the first function, and it is process of deciding the objectives. According to the objectives, all other activities of management are being performed. That's why it is the primary function. It's a all-pervasive function. It means that it is required at all levels of management. Plans are to be made by all levels, top level, middle level, as well as bottom level. Top level makes plans for overall organization. Departmental heads make the plans for their own departments, and supervisors make plan for the workplace, work site. So that is all pervasive. As well as planning is needed in all types of organizations, not only in commercial or business organizations, but it is also needed in the political, social, or different forms of life, different areas of life. And planning is a continuous process or continuous activity. As soon as one plan is implemented, in the light of results of that plan and in the light of change in the business environment, we keep on revising the plans, and we need to make every time a new plan. So one plan cannot serve the organization for whole of its life. It needs to be revised. New plans are to be made again and again. That's why it is said that planning is a continuous process. Planning is a futuristic activity because plans are always made for future. It is not possible to plan for the past. So whenever we make plans, we always make plans for the future. And planning is a futuristic activity which is based on forecasting of future, what may happen in future that is being anticipated, and accordingly plans are being prepared. And planning involves a lot of mental exercise, you know, and without intellect or a lot of thought analysis, plans cannot be made. That's why planning is a mental exercise, and it involves decision making. Decision making means out of many alternative course of actions, management has to decide that which course of action we want to follow. Now, in this chapter, we are left with three topics: importance of planning, limitations of planning, and process of planning. Types of plans are being dropped for this year in the revised syllabus. So we have to discuss three more topics. That is importance of planning or importance or advantages, then limitations of planning, and then process of planning. Okay. So now let me share the screen.
बाहर कैश प्राइसेस आप भी आओ rummycircle.com पे और अपना गेम दिखाओ.
Planning and overview.
Once upon a time, there lived a princess who was the apple of her father's eye.
Is it audible? आवाज आ रही है आपको इसकी?
सर कट कट के आ रही है.
कट कट के आ रही है?
यस
I'll
सर.
try for some more time then.
Her father loved her dearly and sent her abroad to complete her education. However, when the princess came back, she was in for a shock. The wicked vizier had killed her father and declared himself king. The shocked princess fled to the jungle. After wandering around in a dazed state for more than a week, the starving princess
अभी आ रही है क्या साईराम?
नो सर।
आवाज नहीं आ रही है?
सर एको हो रहा है।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी,
सर एको हो रहा है, थोड़ी कट कट के आ रही है, परफेक्ट नहीं आ रही है।
परफेक्ट नहीं आ रही है। क्या करें इसके लिए? डिस्प्ले डायरेक्टली ना, सम प्रॉब्लम। देखो थोड़ा सा क्या आता है, फिर देख के मन कर देंगे, नहीं आएगा तो।
came upon a small hut. She fainted at the door. When she awoke, she found herself in a hermit's hut. She narrated her story to the hermit.
Daughter, you have suffered greatly. What do you propose to do?
Sir, I'm helpless. Please help me regain my kingdom.
Arise, daughter. I will help you. We need to formulate a plan.
Plans?
Yes. Don't you want to punish the vizier and back your kingdom?
Thus began the princess's training. On the first day, the hermit asked her some questions.
Where are we presently?
In the forest.
Where do you want to be?
In my kingdom, ruling over it.
How do you plan to get over there?
The princess was silent. The hermit smiled. This is where you will learn about planning. What is a plan? Planning is a process for accomplishing purpose. It is a blueprint of business growth and a roadmap for development. It helps in deciding objectives both in quantitative and qualitative terms. According to Coons and O'Donnell, planning is deciding in advance what to do, how to do, and who is to do it. Planning
आ रहा है, समझ दे रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा? बंद करें साईराम। कैन यू अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम दिस विजुअल्स और वॉइस साईराम?
सर
हाँ जी, यस प्लीज।
सर
नहीं आ रहा, सुनाई दे रहा? हाँ बोलो।
सर सर और सर आपके उसमें माइक में से भी इको हो रहा है सर, ये रिपीट हो रहा है।
मैं आवाज कम करूं क्या इसकी? आवाज कम करूं क्या स्पीकर की? तो देखते हैं। ओके,
bridges the gap between where we are to where we want to go.
अभी ये आया का सही साईराम?
सर ठीक
हाँ जी,
सर आप ठीक है थोड़ा सा सर, एक बार
जी बताओ क्या करना है? बंद करके चालू है ये ऑडिबल और
सर बंद कर दिए सर आप।
ना? ठीक है, ओके। ओके, तो एम आई बैक, विजुअल, ऑडिबल?
यस सर, यस सर।
Okay. So again, I will try to play the video. I don't know why it's not clear. No. So क्या करना पड़ता है? अच्छा, किसी को आइडिया कैसे आएगी आवाज अब तक क्लियर? क्या करना पड़ेगा?
सर शायद आपके दोनों माइक ऑन है, इसकी वजह से ऐसा हो रहा है।
सर तो आप
दोनों माइक
ऑन होते हैं, जब आप स्क्रीन शेयर करते हो तो स्क्रीन शेयरिंग की भी आवाज आती है, और जो आप मतलब खुद का जो ऑलरेडी होता है उसकी भी आवाज होती है, तो वो एको होता है।
सर तो आप जब वीडियो चलाओ तब सर आप अपने उसको सर प्रेजेंटेशन वाले उसको मतलब आपने माइक को म्यूट कर लीजिए।
अच्छा, मेरे माइक को म्यूट करूंगा। अच्छा, फिर देखते हैं ना, देखो एक बार ट्राई करते हैं। ये पहले मैंने मेरा माइक।
सर आप है ना जब वीडियो शेयर करते हैं ना सर, तो सर आप अपना वेबकैम ऑफ कर लीजिए सर, उससे भी नेट बच भी जाता है और सर अच्छा चलता है वीडियो।
चलो पहले इसको।
It makes possible things to occur which would not otherwise occur. What should a plan be? A plan should be a realistic view of expectations. Depending upon activities, a plan can be intermediate range or short range. It is a framework and must operate. For management seeking external support, the plan is the most important element.
अभी आवाज आई थी क्या आपको ठीक से, सही राम?
Sir, the audio is not clear, sir.
Audio is okay. Leave it again. I will try. We will develop some alternative. Then we will try to. Okay. So let us discuss. So what we have to discuss today. We have discussed meaning of planning. That is the process of deciding what to do, how to do, when to do. And now we have to discuss the importance of planning. So it is said that planning is very helpful in achieving the objectives or goals. When we try to work according to a plan, means when we have certain objectives, set objectives or goals, then it is easy to achieve the objectives or goals. So working in a planned manner is a possibility of success. है ना? We are more assured about the success. Some people get success without planning or without making any plans also. But if we make the plans and work according to the plans, then there are chances of uh, being successful, uh, better as compared to when we work without any plan. So planning is very important function of management. It is the first function of management. So let us see what are the importance or advantages of planning. The first importance or advantage of planning is planning provides direction. Okay. So what happens in planning? It's a process of setting the objectives and goals. So when we set objectives or goals, means what, when we know in advance what is to be done, what is to be achieved, then all efforts of the people are uh, channelized to that direction or to achieve that objectives or goals. That's why it is said that planning provides the direction. So whenever we make the plans or we have set the objectives or goals, and these goals or objectives are made available to all, it is known to all people working in the organization, all departments working in the organization, they all try to work for these achieving these objectives and goals. That's why planning provides direction, means it gives a direction that what to do or in which direction our efforts are to be channelized. So there is a common rule that everyone has to contribute in achieving the organizational objectives or goals. So when we set the objectives or we make the plans, it channelizes or it directs the efforts of all people in the same direction. Then second is that it reduces the risk of uncertainty. How does planning reduce uncertainty? As we discussed, planning is a process of looking into the future, estimating that what may happen in future. So when we make plans, we try to understand what type of changes may come in the future. Okay. when we keep on thinking, analyzing that what may be the changes in future, then we can prepare ourselves to meet these future changes or protect ourselves from the negative impact or negative effects of the changes which may come in the future. That's why it said that it reduces the risk of uncertainty. We are not blank. We are already prepared in advance. We keep ourselves prepared. So if future things go against us, they don't happen like we like them, then we are prepared to face them. So that uncertainty or risk of future is being reduced because of the planning. Okay, so planning definitely helps in reducing the future risk because we try to know in advance, estimate or forecast in advance that what type of changes may come in future, and we are ready with the plans which are helpful in meeting the future challenges or future changes in the environment. That's why planning helps in reducing the risk of uncertainty. Future is little bit certain for us because we have analyzed it, we have forecasted it, and we have prepared ourselves that what type of changes may come in the future. Then planning reduces overlapping and wasteful activities. Okay. Then what happens when we make the plans, and after making the plans, and we all its basic thing in planning is that what to do means what are the objectives, but it is not only what to do, it also involves um, when to do, by whom it is to be done, or who will to do it. Everything is being clarified in the plans. So plans are very elaborative in nature, and we make the detailed plans in which we clearly mention that which department or which person will do what, and what is the responsibility of each person and each department. Each department or each person's authority and responsibility is clearly defined. Because of this clear definition of activities or responsibilities of different departments and persons, no one interferes in others' jurisdiction. There is no overlapping or no wasteful activities. Neither any single activity is assigned to two different departments or two different persons, nor any activity is left unattended. That's why it is said that planning helps in reducing overlapping, means same activity is assigned to many persons or more than two persons, or wasteful activities, that activity which are not needed, that are not being performed if we make the systematic plans. So that way planning helps in overlapping, avoiding the overlapping and wasteful activities. Planning promotes innovative ideas. As I said, planning is a mental exercise. It's a mental process, and plans are first made in the mind. So when we make plan, means we think about different alternative course of actions. That gives a that gives us a chance to think in different actions and find out new ways and methods that can help us in achieving the organizational objectives and goals. This process of thinking may promote some innovative ideas, means when we think of some solutions or some methods, we may come up with some innovative ideas. That's why I said that planning promotes innovation. You know, it is both. In limitations also you will study that planning kills innovation, because once the plans are being made, once the plans are being formulated, everyone has to work according to the set plans. No one can work according to his own ideas. Maybe he or she may have the better ideas. But at the time of process of formation of plans or drafting the plans, everyone is free to suggest whatever ways or means are there, whatever methods may be there. And if you have any innovative idea, any innovative thought, you can suggest it. So at that time, planning promotes innovation. It gives birth to the new ideas, innovative ideas. Many people had new ideas, and these are very useful for the business. And many innovative methods are being developed by the businesses on the basis of this process of planning. Planning facilitates decision making. Planning involves decision making. Basically, what to do in planning? We have already discussed that planning has to choose out of many alternative course of actions any one specific course of action. So when we decide that how the things are to be done, after setting the goals, we have to find out that what to do, what not to do, or how the things are to be done. then there may be many alternative course of actions. So we have to choose one alternative course of action, that is the decision making. We have to decide that this is the best way for us, this is the best objective for us. That's why out of many things we have to decide one. So planning involves decision making, that this is the best method for us, this is the target for us, that we have to decide. Okay. And planning establishes standard for controlling. This is the very important importance of planning. What happens? You will discuss planning is the first function of management, and controlling is considered to be the last function of management. Planning means deciding what is to be done, and controlling is the process of evaluating or seeing or ensuring whether the work is going on according to the plans or not. So controlling is impossible without planning. So whatever plans we make, they become the standards for measuring the actual performance. They become the basis for controlling. For example, a company sets a target that in financial year 2019-20, the objective or target is to produce 5 lakh units. And at the end of the year, company has to evaluate its performance, whether we are successful or not. Now, how can company evaluate its performance? So, company will calculate actual production. Suppose actual production that year is 4,50,000 units, and target production was 5 lakh units. So now company can say that we could not achieve our objectives by 10%. So that 5 lakh units that was set as a plan will work as a standard for evaluating the actual performance. So the plans which we set, they become the standards against which we uh, compare or we judge the actual performance of the business, and we can decide whether the business has been successful or not. So planning uh, establishes the standards for controlling. Means without planning, controlling is not possible. Without standards, controlling is not possible, and these standards are being provided by the planning. So whenever we make plans, these plans become the standards for judging the actual performance, and on the basis of plans, we can see whether whether we are successful or not. Uh, you also do the same thing in your examination. Suppose in 12th board you have standard or plan is 100 marks. In every subject, what is your standard? That is you are trying to score 100 marks in each subject. So that is basically a plan, goal, objective. And when your result is declared, then you calculate that what percentage I could score. I could score 95% or 98% or 100% or 97%, whatever percent you score. So how can you judge that you are successful or not, or what percentage you have scored? That is on the basis of standard performance, that is a planned performance. So planning becomes the basis for measuring the actual performance, and on the basis of that you can decide whether you have been successful or not. So controlling is the activity or function which ensures the actual work goes in conformity with plans or not. So when we evaluate the performance of the business, how to evaluate the performance, what is the basis of evaluation? The basis of evaluation is the plan. So what plan we have made, what targets we have set, the actual performance is measured or compared against the standard performance or targets. Okay, so that's why every company makes the plans. Planning may be successful. It cannot be said that if we have made the plan, there is a guarantee of success. Many of the students make plans. Let me explain. Many of the students come to me and ask, sir, let me help in making my timetable. Many of you will be making timetable. Sairam, do you make timetable for studies? Sairam, no one is there.
No, sir.
I am, sir.
No, I.
Yes, Sandhya. Yes, Sandhya.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
make timetable for studies? That
Yes.
early in the morning I will get up at 5 a.m. and I will study this subject for this many hours. So, okay,
Yes,
all
sir.
right, all right. You make very good plan and a very perfect plan. You don't leave any time for wasting, and everything, all subjects are being covered. Just and you write it on a piece of paper, and a nice drawing you draw and paste it in front of your study table. Just as you done this, have you got success? work is over. There. What is more important? Making a timetable is important, and working according to the timetable is more important. What is more important? Making a timetable or according to the timetable? Priyansu. Priyansu, are you there?
Sir, I work randomly. I study randomly. I don't know timetables.
Yes. What I am trying to say that planning does not guarantee, if we have made the plans, planning itself not guarantee of success. We cannot say that my voice is not clear. Is open. My mic is open, and let me increase the volume of my speaker. Okay. So now, what I am trying to say that best of the plans, whatever plans we make, plans itself are not a guarantee of success. What is the important thing that not only making the plans is important, but working according to the plans is also equally important. So whenever we make the plans, we have to implement them effectively. And sometimes what happens that our plans are very good. We also try to work according to the plans, but still we could not get success. So what is there? There are always uncertainty in future. Future can be predicted, but no one can predict the future with 100% accuracy. That's why uncertainty about future makes the plans unsuccessful. Sometimes best of the plans and best of the efforts does not lead to the success. So because of uncertainty of the future. So that's why there are certain limitations of planning. Means planning may not guarantee success. If I have made a plan, if I am working according to plan, I cannot say, I cannot challenge that definitely I am going to be successful. Despite of best plans, we may not get success. So what are the limitations of planning? First limitation is given, planning leads to rigidity. What I said just before that, when we make the plans, we we list out, we write all the minute details. Each and everything is being detailed, explained in detail, and it is clearly defined that what is to be done, how it is to be done, by whom it is to be done, at what point of time it is to be done. So method, procedures, everything is clearly defined and duties are assigned. Now, just after making the plans, everyone is supposed to work according to these plans, and no one is allowed to deviate from these plans. Whatever method is prescribed to achieve the objectives or goals, everyone has work according to that method. You have to follow the same method. Maybe you have a better, but you cannot apply your idea, but you have to work according to the standardized idea, planned idea that is being suggested. That's why I said that planning leads to the rigidity. Now people are bound to a framework, and within that framework to work. They don't have able to work according to their choice. Even sometimes they may have the better ideas, but they cannot implement by deviating the planned ideas, planned instructions. That's why I said that planning leads to rigidity. Second, that planning may not work in a dynamic environment. This is the most important limitation of planning. Environment is dynamic. Environment is changing very fast. It is unpredictable. That plans will fail. It is uncertain. It is almost possible to predict that what will happen in future. That as is happening nowadays in case of when people ask in which month the schools will be open, and no one can say. Whenever we ask to anyone, one is uncertain. They don't know when school will be reopened because of this uncertain situation. No one knows that how long this situation of pandemic will continue and in which month this will get over until the vaccine is being developed. This risk is always there. So that highly changing environment, volatile environment, this type of environment planning is not planning environment is dynamic. Environmental changes are very fast. In that condition, it is very difficult to predict the future or happen in future, and the appropriate course of action cannot be planned. That's the most important problem of this planning. It may not work in a dynamic environment. Yes, Umang, you want to say something? Umang Sharma. I have already discussed the dimensions of environment. Political changes may be there, है ना? Economic changes may be there, technological changes may be there, environmental changes we see nowadays happening. So all these changes make prediction difficult. We cannot predict with accuracy. So more accurate prediction of success will be there. And with less prediction are there, the chances of less. So success of one will be less. That's why anything and environment it is difficult to predict the future. That's why planning success. Planning reduces creativity. Right? It's same rigidity. Planning reduces creativity. Some may have creative ideas, but the set framework, set instructions, they have to work in a specific structure, defined structure, and they cannot work according to their choice.
सर आपकी वॉइस नहीं आ रही सर क्लियरली.
चलिए अभी तो बंद करूँगा, बाद में देखते हैं. Today we are leaving.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. What time is over there? Let me see. Already 37, 3:37. So today we are leaving it. Then I will see what can be done better. Okay. Sairam, so you can leave. Nearly Mr. You are left. All are left now. How many people are there? No one there. Mr. Sharma is there. Aditya Kabra, Palak Kabra left the meeting. Sharma has not yet left